Hey guys, this is Full Stuffing Incorporated, and in case you didn't listen to my top 5 decks Konami hates list, I will let you know that number 1 is in fact DDDs. And no, you're not reading the title wrong. This deck is the most hated by Konami ever. And I will explain it better because I feel like my first evaluation wasn't enough. I didn't bash and score Konami enough. So I'm going to give my thoughts on it in deeper detail. Because this requires a video of its own. It's that bad. So I will explain each detail. Number 1. Konami scattered their support across different packs and gave us so little support to work with. The TCG only got Oracle King Dark, the Slimes, Pandora, Baphomet, Leonidas, Caesar, Marksman King Tell, Kali Yuga, Caesar Ragnarok, the Pendulum Ragnarok, Kepler, Galilei, and the necessary contracts, all of which came in separate packs from each other. Those don't even make up a fourth of the whole support that they had at the time, and not even half of what the OCG had at the time either, before Thomas came out and made Kali Yuga infinitely easier to summon. It was far from its full power, and it got even further away as cards like Lamia, Siegfried, Beowulf, and Crystalwing came along and made the deck a truly top-tier contender. We were left with a deck with very limited fusion and Xyz plays without any kind of tuners or synchros within the archetype to use, whereas the OCG has every bit of it within its reach. Number 2. Pendulum Domination got delayed for no truly valid reason. The reason I say that is because the deck was delayed for 6 months at minimum in favor of the Felgrand Structure deck, which is only done for the Blue Eye support, a deck that is being hyped and made more powerful for a movie that wasn't even released in the same year. Another point I want to make is that the Ancient Gear deck and Dinosaur deck, along with the Yugi and Kaiba Structure decks, have been released on the same date as their set partners. They were very capable of releasing the Felgrand and DDD decks at the same time, so that way, releasing Alexander when you couldn't summon it just would have been fine. It would have been great. Releasing Alexander when you couldn't summon it at any consistent level, it would be nowhere near as bad. I mean, who in their right mind would play Tuning Gum or Torque Tune Gear just to summon Alexander when it lacked good targets to begin with? Number 3 is the release date. It was released late January, which was only weeks away from Raging Tempest. That meant the release of the extremely powerful Zodiacs and the possibly broken Lawn Mowing Next Door or the Grass Looks Greener, whatever you want to call it. Oh my gosh. The deck was power creeped upon release. It was a deck dead underwater, seeing how Lawn Mowing ended games in favor of Infernoids, and Zodiacs can go full power and just have one card be accessible by 12 other cards. It's absolutely ridiculous. They only needed one card to make a +4. DDDs need at least 2 cards to do anything, and that gets on my nerves so much. Number 4 is Link Summoning. The new rules and mechanics that come with Link Summoning absolutely shatters any ground this deck stands on. In case you have been living under a rock or watched too many live streams that weren't mine, not that I ever had anyone to begin with, the rules made it so, unless you have Link monsters, you can only control one monster that is summoned straight from the Astro deck at a time. So, what does this mean? That you can't go Siegfried Crystalwing anymore without a Deco Talker. Isn't that just cute? So, another thing I want to bring up, and it's kind of a bright side to it, once summoned from the graveyard, from effects such as Genghis, Executive Genghis, Alexander, and Executive Alexander are exceptions. But the idea of it hurts the deck's ability to do anything more than sitting on a Siegfried or Crystalwing if you don't pull at least 4 cards that you may need to make the most optimal plays. And it's pretty obnoxious how they completely neutered the deck in probably the most indirect manner. And now, here's the last point I want to make. The new support and reprints. They love DDD players so much that they do give us the executive cards, the Pod Desires reprint, a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon reprint, and another way to fusion summon in the form of the somewhat decent DD Vice Typhon. After links come out. Well, Konami, you surely had us fooled. No, you didn't. We already knew of your hatred, and we knew you wouldn't stop. It's just so pathetic how you show your hatred towards this deck. Just, why? Why did this happen? Oh my gosh. Konami could have reprinted Typhoon Word Omega, the Phantom Knights of Breaksword, freaking Blood Mephist, which hasn't been reprinted since its price card print, or maybe a more obscure choice like Crimson Blader with a rarity bump, or Gem Knight Seraphonite with the Brilliant Fusion or something. Because the Brilliant engine's very prominent, it's still pretty nice today. But instead, they reprint just Crystal Wing, which is debatably the most powerful Synchro Monster DDDs can run, just so they can make more money off of it. It is such a travesty how DDDs have been treated. I have never seen a deck get treated so poorly. I feel so bad for this deck, and honestly, those same complaints would be null and void if they got their support in a timely manner. Their support, that's the point. But still, I feel like that this deck deserves so much better. Getting Genghis and Alexander at a timely manner, getting Night Howl, I would have been just fine playing those DDDs. Those were fun, those were great, and it was just such a fun time. But still, it's too late now. Way too late. I would never have been this infuriated about how a deck has been treated. I mean, I wouldn't be so mad if the deck just got hit or just delayed. I probably wouldn't care. But it was the most deliberate kind of screwed up. It's a whole category of screwed up. And no deck, not even Monarchs, not even Paleozoics, deserve this kind of treatment. And DDDs, I'm sorry that you got the short end of the stick. And I feel like that you deserve so much better. And I will find ways to have you work in link format. Believe it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like it, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, join the Frightfur Army, and together we will beat the meta. Talk to you guys next time, and hopefully I'll get some kind of reply for more rants in the future. So, take care of yourselves, and just get your fluffles, get your game on, something. I don't know how to close off a video, guys. Please cut me a break.